Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Wait, that's 53! That's right, baby. They don't want it. Twist. Hey, 66. 47 to Mike, boy. 47.
On first down, Brady. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check it. Top go. 25. Check 25.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Play action. Now it's Brady. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go.
yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. Kill, kill, kill. 72. He's coming. Shadow. Hey, check it. Ozzy.
On second and 11 now. Brady into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Rush to kill. Rush in.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Ready.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Breeze. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
Fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down. Switch it. Come on, switch it. You're good. Line 4, ready.
Running with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. Throwing on second and 8. Breeze. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
Kill. First down. I don't think you got it, sir. Check 43. Check 13.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
You're good. Ready. 64.
On second down, Kamara. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Hill, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Easy, opposite, opposite, opposite.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That's it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
He can't hang. He's not getting 12.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down, but he's got the on a final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with...
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Check 31, check 31. 0-2, 0-2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
132 fighter.
Breeze going to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. General West. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Here we go with Kamara. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown very little offensively to this point, when neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. A 1st down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check, 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 check.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Wait, that, why, 20? Come on. You better bring it. Let's go out. No, 66. 6. Mike, 6. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. 72. Bravo. Shadow.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. 36 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Goal 50. Check it.
Brady now on first down. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Over. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Say. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Now Breeze. Open man is Ross, complete. Look at this spin.
Balance.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Let's go.
16 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Damiere Byrd, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Wait,
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Go! Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Stay with your man. Go Bandit. Fresno. Check it. Reload. Hey, check it.
Shotgun now for Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Got a man open. It's Ross. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, easy. Hey, Foxtrot. 56.
Working from the gun. It's Breeze. Looking deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now.
And now here is another interception. P.J. Williams with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
56. We're good. High 4, ready. 6. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, Alabama. SOS. Regular. SOS. Alpha. Check 3. Switch.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep for Hopkins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Breeze to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive lineman with it.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
It's fourth down and less than a yard.
The Saints on fourth down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. They run. It's Kamara. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
Alabama. Smooth. Sugar.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
First down.
Sugar. Hey, Alpha.
On first down, Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. You'll kill. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check. Hey, seam 6. 80 weapons. I'm here all day. Shoot.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze. Thomas has got it. Complete. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 41 yards.
Ready. 5-9.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
You kill. Hey, wahoo.
Here's Breeze. Flushed out right. Throw caught here by Bird. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well. Tight dog. Blue draw, Corker.
Here's a toss coming right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Brady now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards.
Hey, 5-7. Hey, 66.
On first and 10, here's Brady. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone, touchdown, Tampa Bay. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's second down.
Wait, that 380. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 4, check 4. Under 10, under 10. Alert! He's cracked. Check it. He's checking crack. Ozzy, Ozzy. Check motion, 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 motion. Bravo.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Rip. Hey, Haywood. Check Mike 6. Sugar. 49, check 49. Alert.
From the gun, it's Brady. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
that he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 20. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Saints 35, Buccaneers 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Again, it's Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 5-9. Watch out. Watch out.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Completes it to Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Check Mike 6. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Buzz. 72. Mike 6. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long... Hey, Alabama.
One final try now for Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.